So what we've got so far works, but I would say it doesn't work well because I have to backspace over my input every time I submit, like some kind of dang animal. So how can we fix that? How can we make it so that I don't have to backspace over it every time after I submit? Yes. Thank you, Yamini, right? So f.flickName.value equals empty string, right? Star Trek with the pine guy. Yeah. Now I can just start typing. I think Pine did a Jack Ryan movie too that no one saw. I think some Reese Witherspoon rom-com too. Sweet. It works. That feels so much better. Here's another little trick. If there were more than one input field, we could get rid of all of them at the same time by resetting the entire form. So the form itself, which we have saved as F, but remember that is the form. That's the same form as up here, actually. Form.reset clears them all out. So does that really work? Let's see here. Thor. Yeah. Parks and Rec. Snowpiercer. Yeah, I'm having a good time now. So actually, it doesn't just clear them out. It sets them to, it resets them, truly. So if you had hard-coded an initial value, like if you like Thor Ragnarok so much, you just have it in here by default. And I like it almost that much. There, now that's in there. Let's type in something totally different. Jurassic World. That just goes right back to Thor Ragnarok. So that's form reset. That's probably not how we want this to work, but... All right, so refresh the page, and then I'll start typing in some more movie names. Click. What else would I want to do when the page loads? Dag nabbit, my cursor isn't in there when the page first loads. What else would I want to do? Yeah, exactly. So why doesn't it just do that? Anybody know what it's called when you have your cursor inside a particular field? That field has focus. That's right. So, what can I do about this? Do you have to go to a lot of work to manually focus your phone's camera? No, you don't, because it has autofocus. So, wouldn't it be cool if I could just like add an attribute to this input that says autofocus? And oh, it's auto-completing that. Maybe it's a thing. That'd be a lucky break. Refresh the page. You ready? Oh, look, it's right in there already. Autofocus. Yep. So just add an autofocus attribute. There's no value to it. It's a Boolean attribute. And that input will have focus when the page first loads. You could do it manually too, doing something like... in this case, it's flick name, right? So I could, let's see, f.flickname.focus would manually focus it. What do you suppose if I wanted to actually take the focus away from it? What's the opposite of focus? Don't overthink it. It's the opposite of focus. What happens when you like start to cross your eyes? Blur. Yeah. So we're not actually going to do this here. Yeah, the opposite of focus is blur. So you can actually make the focus go away from something that way. Let me make sure I didn't break anything by my experimentation there. When I refresh the page, it still autofocuses. When I type something in there, it still clears it out when I'm finished. Very nice. So Now, I've done two things since my last commit. If I wanted to do them separately, I could, of course, add them separately. So in the HTML, what I changed was the autofocus. So I could say add that autofocus the flick name input or field, whatever you want to call it. This commit will autofocus the flick name field. Seems like a good commit message. I'll commit that. And then in the JavaScript file, what we changed was the form reset. So reset the form after each submission. This commit will reset the form after each submission. I don't put a period at the end, but I do capitalize. That's what the GitHub style guide says to do, and I like to be consistent, so that's what I'll do. It's awfully easy if you're looking through the history and every commit uses the same format. It just makes it a lot easier to find what you're looking for. And it means you don't have to sit there and think about how you should write it. You have a habit. So get in the habit now and it'll be easier down the road. All right, so after I made both commits, I went ahead and pushed to GitHub. Questions about what we just did? Autofocus and form resetting? Seem good?